Hi, Alex Polyak here. I recently got in touch with Obbe Vermeij, former technical director of Rockstar North, who worked on GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, and Manhunt, and had a big impact on the development of these games. We did a text interview with him, in which I asked Mr. Vermeij 13 questions. By the way, I chose this number because Obbe worked at DMA and Rockstar North for 14 years. In this video, I will tell you what these questions were and what answers I received. And to ease your doubts, here are screenshots of our correspondence. Also, in the description of this video, you will find a link to our first interview. Also, I advise you to subscribe to Obbe's page in X to learn even more interesting information from one of the key developers of the GTA games. So, let's begin. You previously said that GTA 3 had a team of about 30 people working on it. Tell us how many people worked on the other GTA games.
GTA 4 had about 200 people working on it. GTA 6 had about 1,500, I think, but I don't know for sure. During Vice City, our team was only slightly larger than GTA 3, probably about 40 people. During San Andreas, the Manhunt team finished the game and joined us. We were still hiring new people, so I think we had about 100 people working on the game by the final stages. These are just rough estimates. The final number also depends on whether we include testers and QA.
How did Rockstar North feel about fan mods for the Trilogy games? Did you ever discuss any of the mods with your colleagues, except Hot Coffee?
We all enjoyed checking out the mods now and then. I was especially impressed with the network mods, even though I can't remember actually installing any. It is much harder for a modder to add a feature compared to us, with the source code, so respect to them for what they achieved.
In the GTA Vice City files, you can find radar icons with logos of each radio station from the game. Maybe you know what they were for? Were they businesses for the protagonist?
I don't think the radio stations were ever supposed to be businesses. It's more likely the idea was to mark the actual locations of the radio stations on the map. There were so many ideas that never fully made it.
I know of several instances where your colleagues have left references to themselves in game content. Have you personally ever left a reference to yourself within a game or in game code?
The only time I remember putting my name anywhere was on one of the scroll bars in the financial district in GTA 3. I think I removed it before release. In actual fact, we tried to avoid putting our names everywhere. It cheapens the game world if there is too much of that.
One of the key features of GTA games has always been raunchy humor. This is expressed in the story, character names, random NPC phrases, brands, objects on the map, street signs, and so on. And while I understand why this is an integral part of GTA, I still wonder why there is so much of this kind of humor.
Why? It was funny. The whole point was that the game world was silly and immature and not to be taken seriously. It made me giggle every time the artists found a way to put the number 69 somewhere.
Some players believe that the PS2 version of GTA San Andreas has a very bright sun effect in order to hide the visual imperfections of the game on this console, which was inferior in characteristics to the Xbox and the average PC. What can you say about this?
I wrote the code for the sun flare and lens flare, but Aaron Garboot set the color, size, and intensity. I don't remember him ever mentioning trying to cover up visual imperfections. It wouldn't really make sense because that trick would only work during sunset and sunrise.
This question came from a colleague of mine who studies the textures of GTA games. Based on the information in the Manhunt reference document, players know that reference photos of creepy places in New York were collected to create levels in this game. But this document contains photos, the content of which was only used in GTA 3, which also used photos from New York to create textures. I would like to know if these were two separate trips to New York to collect references separately for each of these games. Or was the photo shoot done for only one game, and then the content was borrowed into another game? I also want to ask if you have any information about the period in which the reference material for Grand Theft Auto 3 and Manhunt was collected.
I don't think there was an actual reference trip for GTA 3 or Manhunt. The first such trip was after GTA 3 to Miami. Then there was one to Las Vegas, LA, San Francisco for GTA San Andreas. The whole team went on those. There was a reference trip to New York for GTA 4, but that was only artists, I think. I didn't go on that one. There must have been reference material for GTA 3 collected by Rockstar New York, but I don't know anything about that. Fun fact, when we were working on GTA 3, digital cameras weren't really a thing yet.
Rockstar Games likes to release branded items and distribute them among the company's employees. Do you have such items? If so, can you tell us about them?
I have a lovely neon Vice City sign. Unfortunately, the pink tube broke and the fix was not great. They did send us loads of their promotional material. We got t-shirts and sweaters and stuff. It was all very cool. They sent a knuckle duster, but they were illegal in the UK at the time.
In X, you mentioned that during the development of GTA 3, you made it so that running a red light would give the player a wanted level of 1, but then you removed it from the game. Can you think of any other examples of unrealized ideas that we, the players, might not know about?
I can't really think of anything that hasn't been documented. There was leaking oil from cars, which was removed. Vice City or San Andreas, I can't remember. Making Molotov cocktails at petrol stations. I did some tests for earthquakes in San Andreas. There was a rudimentary network game in GTA 3 that was abandoned.
Rockstar North's design document for the protagonist's girlfriends from GTA San Andreas mentions one of the game's final missions, as well as the name OG Locke, although it is known that the character was called differently in the beta version. However, this document is dated 1 November 2002, which is just a few days after Vice City was released on PlayStation 2. Obviously, Rockstar couldn't write missions and start implementing the new game world in a few days. Interestingly, the game files still contain the old name of the OG Locke character, MC Strap. So the question arises, could the technical development of San Andreas have begun even before Vice City was released?
Vice City had to be locked down 5 or 6 weeks before the release date. That was how long it took to burn and distribute the DVDs. Most people took some time off, but it is possible a small amount of work got done on San Andreas before the release of Vice City. Seems unlikely it was substantial though. Maybe the date on the dock was off?
A GTA fan previously asked you to assess the veracity of a pre-release article about GTA San Andreas that mentioned Tommy Vercetti as a mission-giving boss against whom the protagonist would have to stage a coup in San Andreas. You responded that the article seemed quite credible. Let me clarify, was Tommy really planned to be in the story of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas?
I didn't read that last bit of the article. No, I can't remember any talk of Tommy Vercetti in San Andreas. Doesn't mean it didn't happen though. I wasn't involved with the story in San Andreas at all.
You once mentioned that Rockstar New York handed over the script for GTA 3 to Rockstar North only a few months after the game's development had begun. Can you recall how this was the case with Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA 4?
Yes, the story with Catalina backstabbing Claude was added quite late. With Vice, the game was still designed mostly around the missions, but with San Andreas, and especially GTA 4, the story was more the driving force. I'm not sure exactly when the story was finalized for each game. Some of the writers were actually in Edinburgh, James Worrell and Rupert Humphreys, so it wasn't like the story was just dropped.
How would you rank the top games among the trilogy, GTA 4 and GTA 5?
My favorite is Vice City, then San Andreas, GTA 3, 5, and 4.
Finally, tell us how you rate the latest official news about GTA 6. What are your expectations from this game?
I think it looks amazing. I love the Florida Man setting. It fits GTA perfectly. The city looks great. The story looks interesting. I can't wait. Interesting fact, from now until the release of GTA 6 is exactly the time it took us to write Vice City. I have respect for the people that make games today that can stay focused on one project for such a long time. We ran on adrenaline back in the day, but that's not possible now.
I am very grateful to Obbe Vermeij for this feedback, for his willingness to communicate with GTA fans and share his thoughts and knowledge that is so valuable to us. This is really cool, and I even know how we can thank him. Mr. Vermeij is developing a game, Plentiful, in which the player can create and develop his own civilization. The game is released in November 2025, and now a demo version is available on Steam, which everyone can download and try for free. I suggest supporting this project in any way convenient for you. You can start playing and recording videos about it, or write articles and tell your friends about this game. You can look for bugs and report them to the developer. You can add this game to your wishlist and then leave your review after the final release. By the way, I have already tried the demo version, and in this game I liked the minimalistic design, leisurely gameplay, and cozy atmosphere. Anyway, I'm leaving a link to Plentiful in the description of this video. If you liked our interview, support it with a like and a comment, and to learn more about GTA games, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course to Obbe's page in X. Thanks for watching. See you soon.